John, you see this all over the review section. Someone buys a new dishwasher, runs the full cycle, even takes the extra time to rinse every single dish beforehand, and somehow the plates still come out with food stuck to them. They're confused, frustrated, and completely unaware that the thing they thought was helping, their pre-rinse, was actually making the machine perform worse.
Yeah, so this is one of those failure points that nobody really talks about, right? It's not the machine, it's not the detergent, it's really not even the user. What fell short here is the expectation, right? Somewhere along the line, we were taught that pre-rinsing was the responsible thing to do, right? But in a modern dishwasher, pre-rinsing is the fastest way to actually get worse results. And here's the reason why. Today's dishwashers we know rely on what are called turbidity sensors. And those are essentially optical sensors that scan the wash water to detect how dirty it is. The dirtier the water, the more aggressive the cycle is going to be. More time, more heat, more intensity, all the things, right? But when you pre-rinse your dishes, you're actually tricking that system. The water looks clean to the system, so the machine runs a light soil cycle. Even if there's things like baked on grease that are hiding in the corners of casserole dishes or cookie sheets, anything like that, you're not going to get that deep, long soak or the full spray arm pressure that you're looking for. You're going to get the dishwasher's kind of weakest shot at it, and the results are going to show every time. And it actually doesn't even stop there, right? We mentioned detergent before. Detergent today, they're nothing like the old soaps that we used to use in whatever, the 80s, right? Modern formulas are enzyme driven. They rely on organic material, meaning proteins and starches and fats, in order to be able to activate. That's really the target. That's how they're going to work. If you rinse everything off before you load, those enzymes just kind of float around with nothing to do, right? Nothing to bind to. There's no target, which also means that there's not going to be any chemical reaction that we're looking for, because that reaction triggers breakdown. So when you have a weak cycle and when you have inactive detergent, all that stuck on food that's on those dishes just ends up getting redistributed to everywhere else. And moreover, it's not really just about poor results at that point. It's really a complete waste of resources. We've talked before that a household that fully pre-rinses every load uses about 6,000 more gallons of extra water per year. So if you're looking for an equivalent there, that's basically like running your washing machine an extra 300 times a year just to trick your dishwasher into underperforming in the first place. So this review didn't point out a broken machine. It really pointed out, a broken behavior, right? The customers rinsed because they thought it was going to help. But in reality, the cleaner those dishes are going to go in, the dirtier they tend to come out. And if you want your dishwasher to do its job, you have to give it something to do, right? Scrape the plate, skip the rinse cycle, whatever you need to do. Let those sensors see the mess. Let that detergent engage with it. That's how that system is built to work.